Follow SportsView London.
SportsView London boxing news for the capital city here with Mick Hennessy. Mick just had the news, the press conference for Tyson Fury's announcement. He's taking on Vladimir Klitschko in the UK, which on July 9th. How important was that for you to get this fight on our shores for Tyson?
It was very important. We felt that the fight needed to be here, and even from a commercial point of view, the first fight was in Germany. As we all know, it just made sense to have the rematch in the UK. So it was a long drawn-out procedure because there was a lot of venues not available, a lot of venues that we liked that didn't marry up with the broadcast dates, and we was looking all over the UK and Ireland. So we're pleased because we're at the biggest indoor arena in Europe, and it's going to be a special atmosphere that night.
Fantastic atmosphere there. Yeah. Every fight is a great atmosphere there, isn't it? But this is a special element to this fight, isn't it?
It is. I think, you know, if you want to see anywhere, you want it in that arena for that fight, because the seats are going to go so quick. I mean, it's close to 20,000. That capacity is a small capacity. It's going to go very quick for a fight like that.
Can I delve into our negotiations went with Bert Bonte and Klitschko's team, in as much as that they haven't been able to be drawn out of Germany in the past? Can I ask how that came about? Obviously Tyson is the champion now, and that's a key factor, but for not minding, openly admitting that you don't mind coming to the UK, how did those negotiations pan out?
They panned out really well, actually. I mean, it was always a commercial decision within the contracts. You know, the finances had to be right, and they're right in the UK. And to be fair, although they was really hard, intense negotiations with Bernd Bunt and Shelley Finkel and myself and Peter, they was good negotiations. So you know, everyone's been very, very professional around this situation. They've worked hard for their side, but it made sense in the end.
Fantastic. And regarding Tyson's setup going into this fight now, he just did with the press there that he'll have a 3-week training camp. I think we all can agree that's not true, but his attitude going into this fight, the hunger increased or about the same as the first fight, because it's hard to tell with Tyson.
Yeah. I think Tyson's a very, very proud individual, and he'll want to do a better job in this fight. He's done a fantastic job, he's done a life-changing job, he's done a Hall of Fame job. But knowing Tyson, he'll want to take it that one step further, and he'll want to take him out. So I think you're going to get a special performance out of him. He shared 12 rounds with Vladimir in very, very hostile territory with a lot of things against us. And he boxed superbly. He's got so much more to show, so much more to give. You know, what him and Peter do in the gym on a daily basis with the world quality sparring partners they get. You know, we've only tapped the surface. There's more to come at Tyson. I can't wait for everyone to see it. I really can't.
Without meaning to sound negative for Mick, Tyson's father John at the head table there with just the press, and basically said what was on his mind, that the media attention had been negative. It hadn't been what everyone else may have got had they won the world title off a champion that had reigned for 10 years in Germany. Does this frustrate you on some level, Mick? Do you feel that frustration yourself?
Yeah, I've had it since day one with Tyson. Like, I feel John's frustration. Like, you know, you got to think, like, I mean, I feel terrible about it sometimes, like the way Tyson gets treated. You know, his dad's got to sit and endure that. You know, it's not good. He's seen like his dad's come, like Tyson's come from a real tough background, real hardy background, and he's come through, and he's come through the hard way. He's like where people didn't believe in him, just his family early doors, and you know, even when he was an amateur and he won the ABA title, people didn't believe in him the way they should have done. I mean, I did, because I knew what I was looking at, and I see this big character who had, so much to talk about, and when you got down to it with him, you could tell he was a clever character as well, and but brilliant talent, brilliant fighter, had everything, could box, could fight, could punch, could move, could talk at the same time. He just had it all, and I couldn't believe what people weren't clambering over him. I couldn't believe everyone weren't rugby tackling me to get to him.
In looking back in retrospect on that now, Mick, do you feel like you saw what no one else saw there? Because I know there was a bit of Barry McGuigan was sort of maybe looking at him at first in the early days. Am I right in thinking?
Yeah.
But looking back now, do you think that promoters in this game missed a trick there with?
Big time, yeah. I think I was. I don't think I was the only one who saw it, but I was the only one who was to put was to go after it properly, the way it deserved it, to go after Tyson the way he deserved to be, and to give him what he wanted. I think a lot of people sort of were very dismissive of it, or didn't believe in him, but I do think they missed a big trick, because, as I say, the good thing about this journey has been a tough journey, but it's been enjoyable. And that's sometimes in boxing, a lot of these people are on journeys with certain fighters and they're not enjoying it because there's bullshit going on in the background. I've had it with top level fighters, but this journey has been enjoyable because we made one. We stayed as a unit. We've had each other's back through thick and thin, and we're enjoying the champion years.
Very rarely seen in boxing. Mick, I'm sure you'll agree that the unity, and I think Tyson compared your relationship to the film Jerry Maguire. And it's some accolade, isn't it? It's something else, something I'm very proud of, and something we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives and for our families' lives. He just, the silver spoon boy the other night after the press conference basically said about Tyson not being a role model for young boys. He's a fantastic role model. So, he's done everything the hard way, self-educated. He's basically won the heavyweight championship of the world with a lot of people against him, and he's a very honest person with it as well. Too honest for his own good sometimes, gets him in trouble. But to have that sort of loyalty, to be a role model, he is that role model because he's come up from a tough background. He's clean. The worst he's got is a parking fine, and to come from a tough background like that and to come through and do what he's done, it's a big feat for a young man. Something his family are very proud of, and I'm proud of him. Mick, switching to your other charge, Hughie Fury, now announced as the headline fight for the April 30th Copperbox show after Billy Joe Saunders' injury withdrawal, taking on Fred Cassé. What do you know about his opponent, Mick? What do you know about Hughie's opponent for April?
That he's a little bit unorthodox. He's 6 foot. He's got a decent record. He's gonna come to fight, come to win. He switches, tough. It's the perfect opponent for Hughie's development to become first and foremost a world-class heavyweight, and then to become world champion.
Fantastic exposure for a young man of 21 years of age, which, if I may say, carries himself very well, considering the problems he's had with his blood poisoning and whatnot.
Yeah.
He sees the bottle half full all the time, doesn't he? How nice is it to represent and get behind someone like that, a fighter like that?
He's like, I think I've known Hughie since he was about 14, and he's always been the same. He's a big gentleman, isn't he? And he's just like, he's really, really nice with it. People are surprised how nice he is when they meet him. But people should never underestimate his focus. His focus is, I see his focus at 14, 15. I've never seen it on any fighter, amateur or pro. I mean, he was obsessed with boxing, you know, just loved it. And the thing about Hughie is he sits and absorbs everything. He's been around, he's followed Tyson around the world. In his early pro career, he absorbed, and he's been like a sponge. He's been around Tyson. They're super close. You know, of course they're first cousins, but they're all like brothers. And he's been on that journey with Tyson, so he's absorbed everything he's learned. And Tyson's always been there for him, and you know they got someone very special in Peter who's leaving no stone unturned around everything they do, basically.
Mick, just finally from me, the news we've all been hoping and praying for came to fruition last week when we all heard the news that Blackwell had come out of his induced coma. How would just give us your reaction to that news when you heard from? I know it's a private matter and I'm not going to delve too deep, but your reaction to when Mick was awoken and.
Well, you can see by the smile on my face, I'm over the moon at the moment. I've got to say, I said it earlier, the day he opened his eyes and the day he first spoke were, two of the great days in anyone's life. So me and my family and all of our, everyone around us, we're delighted. He's doing great, Mick, doing fantastic. But I would really like, I'm not going to say any more on it because I would really like him to. I'd like the public to hear from him personally because he's not far off it.
Fantastic, Mick Hennessy. I thank you for your time, sir. Very much appreciated.
Follow Sports View London